Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today, I got something out of the closet. This right here is an old iPhone that I used to use years ago. And really quick question before we get started. Do you guys ever just keep your old tech around? Like, do you guys ever have like an old laptop, an old console, or, for me, and I feel like this is probably the most common thing, one of your older phones just lying around because, you just didn't get rid of it? And you kind of just kept it around because you're like, okay, I'm just going to keep it here just in case I need it, just in case, I can find another use for it, and it just ends up collecting dust for years. This sort of did that. I'll explain in a minute. But right before that, I do want to state one thing. I know, Android's had this for years, okay? And if you guys have no idea what I'm talking about, because for some reason you clicked the video without seeing the title or thumbnail, how'd you do that, by the way? Let me know. Anyways, today we're going to be talking about emulation. And, if you guys can see that, that is Pokemon Emerald, a Game Boy Advance game running on my Android phone. But today kind of marks a special day because, you guys see that? You guys see that right there? That is the Delta application for iOS. It is probably the first, I guess, emulator to be accepted in Apple's official app store. For you Android users, if you guys didn't know, Apple for the longest time has just not accepted any type of emulator apps on the official Apple App Store, and it's really hard to sideload apps on Apple. Like, you literally have to go through like a process to sideload it, or if you want an easier / harder way, you could also jailbreak your device. And I do remember, back when I was a kid, I actually had a jailbroken iPhone 4 and I had a Game Boy emulator on there, so that was fun. But today's premise is basically turning one of my older pieces of tech, which is this iPhone XS I've just had laying around for years because, I have a new phone. This is the iPhone 15, by the way. And don't get me wrong, I also have the Delta application on here. This is just my opinion on mobile games. A lot of them kind of suck. I'm just going to be honest. Like, sure, there are some good time killers. Like, if you want to, like, waste 5 minutes, Fruit Ninja, Jetpack Joyride. But there aren't really a lot of games that I feel have too much depth to it. I think Oceanhorn's pretty good, though. I remember playing that a few years ago. Never finished it, but I kind of want to finish it now because of what I did to my other iPhone. But anyways, let me show you guys what I did to this one. So, because of the Delta emulator, and I'm happy this emulator exists, hopefully this means a lot of other emulators will come out. If you guys don't know, we can probably emulate almost everything on a phone. I think on Android, probably some of the highest emulators there are can emulate PS2 games, GameCube games, and Nintendo Switch, but we don't really talk about that since that's a current console right now. Anyways, check this out. Okay, I'm hoping you guys can see my phone screen right now so I can show you like what I have set up here. So real quick, these are usually the games that I actually do play on a mobile device. PUBG Mobile and Call of Duty Mobile, both bangers. Genshin Impact and Honkai, I might have a problem. Actually, no, to be honest, I haven't touched those games in months, and I just haven't deleted them because, that's also why I kind of grabbed this phone out, too. There's like 256 gigabytes in this phone, and for it doing nothing for years was kind of disappointing. So anyways, let me show you this. Okay, so let me open up the Delta app, and it's pretty cool, actually. You have your Game Boy Color games. By the way, I just need to stress this right now. Please get your own ROMs from your, piracy bad. Hopefully you have your own ROMs, but I can't stop you guys, I don't care, but still, piracy bad, okay? Just don't do it. Anyways, this is really, really cool, though. You have your Game Boy Color games, your Game Boy Advance games, your DS games, your NES games, SNES games, Nintendo 64. So it can emulate up to Nintendo 64. If we go to settings, actually, and I scroll all the way here, actually, you see all those controller skin options. Those are basically all the different types of games it can kind of emulate. So pretty simple stuff. When you guys download the app, you're going to have none of these here. No games will be in. So again, you got to get the ROMs yourself. So get your own copies. You know what to do, I hope. But that's not what I'm going to show you guys today, obviously. But what I want to show you guys is how cool this actually is. So there's a lot of Pokemon games, as you can see, because I feel like Pokemon, or really turn-based RPGs, are the perfect type of games for a handheld like this because it doesn't require a lot of movement. And you guys got to remember, you're going to be doing touch controls. So this right here, Pokemon Emerald, as you guys can see, works completely fine. Start the game, I don't know about you guys, I like doing fast and with my text speed. New game, and I feel like stuff like this is just really, really cool because, you know, now when I'm in line, I don't have to worry about some random mobile game I got off of the App Store. I can just play Pokemon, you know, play an oldie. And by the way, check this out. If you go to the button there, you see I have like a lot of options. You can create save states. What that basically is you can save the game at any time. This is just for, you know, people my age or people that grew up with, I guess, in my childhood generation of games. In most games, you always had to save at, like, specific spots, or for a lot of Game Boy games, you gotta go to the menu and save the game, and that can be kind of time-consuming and tedious. And another thing is, with Pokemon, you only get one save file. What a save state does is you can save the game at any point. It can literally be through while, you know, Professor Birch is talking, right? So, if we do this, click save state, let's just add it. There we go. It's right there, right? And let's say we, leave the game, right? Main menu. I think I gotta start up another game for that other game to end. So there we go. Main menu again. Go back to Emerald. Click menu, load state. Click that. It'll bring us right back to wherever our save state's at, so this is pretty cool. I think this is really good for, like, shiny hunting in Pokemon, too. But anyways, the menu, check this out. You know, you got cheat codes. I think Game Shark cheats are what's supported. I'm not too sure. I don't really cheat in a lot of video games, but it is there if you guys want to try it out. Now, this is the really cool part. Fast forward. If you guys don't know, this is part of, like, a lot of emulators if you get on your PC. And basically, a lot of emulators have it. It speeds up the game. So for games like these where I'm assuming if you're playing this, you know, on an emulator on your phone and you're my age, this isn't your first time playing Pokemon. So what you want to do is just, you know, get right to gameplay, right? You want to just, you know, speed things up as much as possible. And it's a little hard to type this, I can't even lie, but there we go. So yeah, as you can see, it just speeds up the game just so, you know what all that says and all that. Pretty cool stuff. We'll make another save state there because I might actually do something with it. Now this one here I actually haven't messed with a lot. The hold buttons. You can just, like, have a button, like, held down, I think, and you press the menu button, and then I think it'll just hold down A. So, let's say I press A. Okay, I actually haven't messed with it too much. I'm not sure how it works now, I'm gonna be honest. I just thought it would just hold down the button continuously, but alright, whatever. So yeah, just because one app came out, I feel like it just kind of, like, brought new life to my phone. Another cool thing about this is, like I said, I have this app on this phone as well, and the cool part is, if I scroll down here, you can actually sync up. You see that? You see where it says Delta Sync? You can turn it on, and you can just sync up everything, your save files, your games, you know, through Google Drive or Dropbox. You just gotta sign in and do that stuff. So, if you have multiple devices, like, this works on iPad too. Let's say your phone's charging and you still want to, you know, play through one of your games. There, the save file will just be saved on both devices, and you can just keep playing them. It's pretty cool too, because you can play it in a landscape too, and it kind of has this, you know, cool thing going on here and all that. I will say it's pretty weird for Game Boy, right? I think it's kind of annoying when you play it in landscape, because let's say I want to play through let's just put up Kirby and Amazing Mirror. Those buttons are low-key in the way. So there is a way to fix that. Go back to the main menu, and you can actually just look this up yourself. There's like a ton of skins you can add. So if I go to Game Boy Advance, you see the bottom skin. I did download a completely different skin, so now a lot better. You can see the full game. None of the buttons are covering the screen, and it has a really cool Game Boy vibe. So tell me that doesn't look valid, guys. Come on, come on. Now this next part is just something I bought randomly, like, during Christmas. I was literally at a Marshall's, and I saw this. It was maybe $20. I'll try to find the exact link for this product in the, you know, description down below. If I didn't find it, then I'm really sorry. But it's this thing right here. This thing is a, I think they call it, like, a telescopic controller for mobile phones. If you guys don't know, you can usually connect an Xbox controller or a PS4 controller to your phone, and, you know, a lot of games have controller support. The cool thing about this emulator is they basically pre-programmed controller support for literally every type of controller you want to put it into, and this specific controller, you know, kind of makes the iPhone think it's like a PlayStation controller. So all I gotta do is put my phone in between those two, and the controller is connected via Bluetooth, and now it just works like a controller. So I feel like the hardest thing about emulation on mobile phones, and really anywhere besides, you know, an actual device that has controllers, are touchscreen controls. And the cool thing about this is, check this out. Yeah, if I have the a controller on, it actually won't put anything on screen, and you can just use the controller to just, you know, control the game. And now it's like a mini Nintendo Switch. You can play through the game. Now I'm gonna have, you know, face cam gameplay style, but I'll hold this like this so you guys know I'm actually using it. And dude, come on. I can play, the fact that I can play Ocarina of Time just anywhere now, I feel is really, really cool. Check this out. Watch this, guys. I'm gonna do a backflip. Ready? Ooh. Get the sword out. Yeah, shield. Oh, come on, guys. If you guys have never played Ocarina of Time, then I don't know where you guys have been. This re-released on the 3DS, got a remaster and everything too, but, you know, honestly, I would not mind another, like, remake of this for, you know, maybe with, like, more modern stuff going on. Like, I don't know. This is really, really cool, you know, modern graphics and all that. Look at that, guys. Oh, yeah. By the way, this is how it looks like with, you know, without a controller. I mean, it's still workable, you know, you'll understand how to use it. If you're, you know, but there's just a difference with actually having actual buttons and all that. Like, L and R, I feel, are going to be the weirdest things to be using, just because you're not using your fingers to actually hit an L and R button. You're gonna have to, you know, press the screen, and it's not bad, it's doable, but, you know, I feel like just a controller like that thing was 20 bucks. You guys can get higher quality ones for, like, more expensive prices, but I don't know. I just thought for a $25 controller and an iPhone I just had laying around, now it just kind of like, it kind of gave new life to my iPhone. And I guess you could play it like this too. Might be easier, I'm not sure, but hey, it's possible. How do I even, I'm trying to do a backflip. I guess I can do a backflip. I don't know, it's kind of weird. I hope with this, it really brings more emulator apps onto the official App Store. By the way, I just need to state this right now. If you're in Europe, for some reason, it's not in your guys' App Store, I think you guys have to, like, get a separate App Store, because you guys are the ones who get, like, another App Store. Like, you can get a third-party App Store now or something. I'm not sure. I didn't do too much research. All I know is, in the official App Store, this app will not be available. I will say, though, Android's had this forever. Like, literally, I do remember being in high school and being able to, like, play Pokemon, like, literally a DS game. I don't remember if it was Platinum or Black or White. I just remember being able to play it on an Android device, and it was actually pretty cool. Like, Android's had this for so long that, check this out, okay? I'm trying to, like, turn it on because it actually had no battery right now. Oh, it's on, never mind. Okay. But Android's had this for so long that, check this out, they have literal devices that, you know, there are companies that make devices put Android on their hardware, and yeah, it can literally just, like, play emulators. By the way, that black line isn't there, it's just because of my camera and all that. But look, you can emulate, like, GameCube games and all that. But yeah, Android's had this so long that there's literally companies that use Android as their base, you know, because all the emulator apps are there and kind of make devices for this. This is the Pimax portal. It was sent to me from them actually like months ago to make a video on my other channel. I think this thing is really cool though. This isn't the only device that exists that can do this. I think there's something called an A and Odin. There's just a lot, and it's really cool. I'm hoping, because Apple now has, you know, I guess these emulators, or at least the Delta Emulator App Store, it'll give, like, other emulator apps that already exist on Android the opportunity to make it for iOS, and, you know, let the iPhone users finally get a taste of emulation without having to jailbreak or sideload apps. By the way, I know a lot of these apps actually exist on a jailbroken iPhone, but I don't have a jailbroken iPhone. Also, Apple is Apple. I don't think we're ever going to see, like, an iOS device, or, you know, like, a custom, I guess, hardware device that can run iOS. Like, this is a custom device that can run Android. And, by the way, it runs Android, but you can actually put on your own, you know, the thing with Android, you can actually just customize it however, apparently. And this is literally just an Android skin that just matches their UI. I'm so sorry. I cannot, there it is, okay. I was trying to base it off the camera. I don't know what to hit, but yeah, so, I don't know. What do you guys think of something like this? I just thought it was really, really cool and to be a fun video to share. It's just something new for me to, I guess, you know, post on the channel and all of that. Kind of gave new life to my iPhone XS that was just kind of chilling, collecting dust and all that. You know, I have like a bunch of devices that can emulate. You know, I want to make this phone a little bit useful. So, yeah, if you guys are my age and have grown up with some of these games, I urge you, give it a try if you just want, you know, some cool games too. You don't even have to do it on an old phone. You can do it on your current phone. Like I said, we're all busy now. Sometimes we just have like 10 to 15 minutes of downtime. Maybe you're waiting somewhere or you're like in line somewhere. Throw up, you know, get the phone, throw up the emulator, play some Pokemon or something. Have some fun. I just thought it was really, really cool and it's pretty exciting. Pretty exciting. I don't know. I remember a quick story just ending off the video. Back when I was in college, I had like this one Android phone. Oh, I had an iPhone as my main phone, right? But I had my old Android phone still. I had like the Game Boy emulator for Android, and every morning I had to show up like an hour early, get good parking, just to get good parking for my college. If you guys have been to college and you drive to college, you guys know for some reason parking is the worst. You show up early to get decent parking. I remember I had this friend who had to show up 3 hours early, but I just showed up an hour early. Got okay parking. Honestly, it was on the other side of campus, but because I had like a whole hour to just do nothing and wait, every morning I would just stay in my car. Sometimes I would take a nap, but most of the time I'd take out my Android phone. I would play through some Game Boy games. I played through Pokemon Emerald and Yu-Gi-Oh! GX Duel Academy throughout like my first year of college. I really said first year, like that wasn't my only year of college. But yeah, and kind of cool that I can basically just do it again. So I think that's the cool thing about emulation. Most people who want to emulate these games don't necessarily do it to pirate it, but they just kind of want to replay the games they played in their childhood in a more convenient form factor. Not a lot of us have our old Game Boys anymore, unfortunately, and you can't really buy a lot of these games anymore. And the fact that we can just have it on something that we have on us, I think is really, really powerful, and I don't know, it's just a weird memory. Just before college, I would just play it and all that, but yeah. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I just wanted to kind of gush about this just because I think it's really, really cool. I'm excited for the future to see if we get more emulators on Apple. I don't know. Apparently there's something to do with like a feature Apple's restricting that's not allowing a lot of emulators to be able to, I guess, transfer or, you know, make their app for Apple, something called JITs or whatever. I don't know. But hoping for the future. If you guys did enjoy though, drop down a like, subscribe if you guys are new. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and I guess I'll see you guys next time. Bye!